We are excited to have the National Deaf Ministry Conference here in St. Louis next year. 2012 will be the 40th anniversary of deaf ministry in the United Pentecostal Church International. Come join with us, and together we'll celebrate what God has done in the deaf community. See you next year.
It's been said, give a man a fish, and he will survive the day. Show him how to fish, and he can survive a lifetime. Welcome to Missouri, the Show Me State. Missouri is known for many things. Show me St. Joseph, and I'll show you the Pony Express. The first express mail service in the United States began here in 1860. Mail delivery was cut to a mere 10 days to send a message 2,000 miles. With the expansion of the telegraph and the outbreak of the Civil War, the Pony Express closed its stables after only 18 months. Show me Kansas City, and I'll show you the city of fountains. Kansas City has over 250 fountains, more than any city in the world with the exception of Rome, Italy. Show me Kearney, and I'll show you Jesse James, perhaps the most famous and legendary outlaw in the Old West. Jesse James is credited with the first daylight bank robbery in nearby Liberty. For 15 years, Jesse and brother Frank robbed banks and trains of their gold. Jesse was killed in 1882, but the legend continues more than a century beyond his death. Show me Branson, and I'll show you entertainment. Branson, Missouri is known today as the live music capital of the world, dating back to the early 1800s. The city now boasts 70 live theater shows, over 200 lodging facilities, 350 restaurants, and year-round attractions. Daily life in Branson is history in the making. Show me Hannibal, and I'll show you Mark Twain. There's something magical about Hannibal boyhood home of Mark Twain, the famous author. He is fondly remembered 101 years following his death. The town is frozen in time, as if you could look over your shoulder and see Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Show me St. Louis, and I'll show you the Gateway Arch. At 630 feet high, it's the tallest USA monument. It was built as a symbol of the pioneering spirit and a celebration of the westward expansion. In 1965, another pioneering spirit was born. The Passion of Daniel and Alta Bradshaw of St. Louis birthed deaf ministry in our organization. The Bradshaws pastored W.I. Black of Apostolic Pentecostal Church, located at 13th and Gravois, prayed this prayer in 1973. We pray this vision will reach the length and the breadth of our entire fellowship. We pray that every little church by the crossroads will find out what it means to be able to reach those with the gospel who cannot hear the preaching of the word. This humble beginning marks the expansion of deaf evangelism in UPCI. The Bradshaws were appointed the first deaf ministry coordinators in 1968, followed by Jerry Lee Harper in 1976, then Billy Savoy in 1981, to our current National Deaf Ministry Coordinator, Ernie Murillo, in 1995. Starting with Bonnie James and a handful of deaf, God has blessed and grown this ministry. The annual national conferences showcase the expansion year after year from state to state. Come celebrate 40 years of deaf ministry at the Sanctuary in Hazelwood, Missouri. We invite you to the 2012 National Deaf Conference, July 16 through 20.
Bonnie James, and I moved here from Iowa in 1967, and this is where I went to church. This was the building. Brother Branding and Brother Black were the pastors here, Brother Dan Bradshaw, but this church moved south. This facility, the church people moved south. Anyway, this is it. And in 1967, we had 25 deaf folks in our ministry, involved in deaf ministry, and 6 years later, we had a National Deaf Conference, and that's been going on now, and next year will be our 40th year. So come and join us. Hey, you know what that is? That's UPCI, the headquarters here. This is what this building is. Next year in 2012, when we all come here, can we go in there and visit? Oh yeah. During National Workshop, we can all go in there and have a tour. Hey, come on, everybody at Deaf National Conference. Come on, come to the zoo. Yeah, you gotta come see what they have. You really will enjoy it. Come on, join us.
Come on, it's free. It's free. Come on. Hey, Bonnie, have you ever been to the Science Center?
I know there's a lot to do there, and they should come and see what's going on. Lots of strange stuff, you're right. So they really need to go, and you know what? It's free to get in, it doesn't cost anything.
I noticed. Wow. Oh, I told Bonnie, come on, I want to go.
Yeah, this is the St. Louis Museum. Hey, come join us. Enough people interested in going, we can get a reduced rate.
Hi, I'm Scott Graham, and on behalf of the Sanctuary Church family and staff, we want to welcome you and encourage you to come to St. Louis in 2012 for the National Deaf Conference. We look forward to being your host. The Show Me State. Let us show you deaf evangelism.
The Missouri District is happy and honored to host the 2012 National Deaf Ministries Conference here in the St. Louis area. This will be the 40th annual conference. What a great time of celebration this will be. I remember as a young teenage boy here at Apostolic Pentecostal Church seeing the birthing of deaf ministry in the United Pentecostal Church. And oh my, what the Lord has done in these 40 plus years. Thanks be to God. We're looking forward to some of those great things happening once again during this conference. In this conference, not only are we going to see the signing of human hands giving the services and the messages to the people, but we are going to see signs by the hand of God. God's blessing is going to be upon this conference. Plan to be with us. God bless you.